All right, what's up, everybody? I'm your boy, Chocolate Thunder Jody Williams, and it is Wednesday, and we are just around the corner for one of the biggest pay-per-views, dare I say, ever. At least the biggest one in 2024, right? What better way to put a bow tie on the calendar year than to have Levan versus Jerry? But we'll get to that in a second. First things first, I want to sit there and talk about my thoughts after the Washington State Championships that took place this past Saturday in Vancouver, Washington, and my personal performance. Going into it, I was very optimistic because anytime you go to a big tournament and you got big names there, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to jump into your class until it's time to go, right? Nonetheless, 242-pound class, left hand, I pulled in the open class. Also pulled the 221 and over master's class left hand. I was fortunate to go ahead and take first place in that, including beating one of the people that kind of, taught me a few things here and there, Mr. Darren Mackin. Kudos to him. I guess when you beat one of your teachers or whatnot, I guess it's a good thing for them because what they're doing is working, obviously. So, yeah, so I was able to capture first place there. So there's another state title under my belt. And then we moved to the open class. And that when it was like, okay, not as many people as I thought because it was an Arnold Classic qualifier, which meant after that 242 class, the next two classes were split, right? So you had a 275 class, a 276 and over. So there you have it. I think some people were saying, F it, after Thanksgiving, I'll just get big and pull because they had other classes. So there you have it. Was able, fortunate to get second place, open left hand, but that goes without saying because there was a guy there out of England named James the Brick Wall. And I'm telling you, I didn't realize he was in even my class until Corey Miller called us up and said, hey, I need table 3. I need Jody Williams and James Wall. I was like, oh shit, here we go. So get up to the table, bond burn of a match. If you haven't seen it, I'll try to put the link in the description. Never done that before, but I'll try to, at least not in the description, at least in the comments. Barn burner of a match. Your typical inside versus outside type match. He likes to go inside. I kind of came over top, and it was a back and forth. He would shake his head, no, you ain't got it. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, try it. Go ahead and pin me. Back and forth, back and forth. If you ever heard someone say, make sure you use all 7 by 7 inches of this pad, I had to do that in order to get the win out. But I was worn out. It was a big battle. And after that, I had nothing for my next opponent. I had to beat him twice because I also lost to him earlier in the tournament. Bhaktan, I can't pronounce his last name, originally from Georgia. Like that club that Levan and Arackley and Gennady pulls that, he started that club. And now he's over here in the States living in the greater Pacific Northwest. Just dominant, First match just blew me away. Speed, powerful, it's unreal. The second time I met in the finals with him, I was so blown up with the James Wall match that I had nothing for him. So he just kind of cakewalked through there. But nonetheless, got second place. Also, that put me in contention for the Arnold qualifier. That's the first weekend of March. So stay tuned. I'll let you know if I'm going to do that or not. However, with that match with James Wall, because he is who he is, some people came to me and goes, hey, I think you created a future match on Arm Wars with you and James Wall. I'm thinking, okay. Some other people said, hey, that might be a match at a different, setting, different, organization. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But we'll have to sit back and wait and see. But until then, it's going to be doing nothing but training on my end. So I'll be doing that. Now, after that, let's shift gears because now the match we've all been talking about for the last couple of months now, right? Well, month and a half, give or take. So Jerry, Caderet, and Levan. So I'm calling this the semifinal match. And why do I say that? Because Michael Todd has said this. Ingen has said this. The winner of this match coming this Saturday between Jerry and Levan will take on the winner of the East vs. West match between Michael Todd and Ermis Gasparini. So basically the way it looks, this is a semifinal match. and the winner of Jerry Levan against the winner of Michael Hermes. And then combined, boom, you're going to have the match of all matches coming up sometime maybe in the spring. Maybe. We'll see. Now, one may say, hey, if Jerry beats Levan, will it be an upset? Jerry doesn't think so, which, he shouldn't have to say upset. He should say, hey, I believe in my abilities. I'm going to go ahead and get that. but you got to understand something. If someone were to ask me if Jerry wins will be an upset, I will say yes. And here's why. Because the simple fact that you also got to remember, since this latest Supermatch format, going all the way back to the top 8, Levan hasn't been pinned, okay? Hasn't been pinned, right? We've thrown multiple North Americans at him. We threw him Tim Breslin, didn't work, lost 6-0. Dave Chafee, lost 6-0. Didn't matter. Devin Larratt twice, 6-0, call it what you want. We've thrown everything at this guy. He has still get the, he got some scares. Round 1 against Devin had a scare, but then he figured it out, made an adjustment, blew him out the water. Hermes Gasparini wore him out of shape, So he has some flaws, but can Jerry get that? I think Jerry has the wherewithal to say, you know what? Jerry will get the pin. I'm saying he will get the pin. No matter what, if Jerry happens to lose 4-1, because I don't think once Levan gets 4 wins, if he gets 4 wins, he's not going to pull anymore. That's just what I see. I tell you what, though, win, lose, or draw, Jerry gets a pin. I'm saying it. And if he does get that pin, everybody will be talking about that more than anything else the rest of the match. But, Jerry, go ahead and do it for us. Not to mention, this sets up well for us U.S. citizens. Want to know why? Atlantic City is where it's Bally's, I think, right? Atlantic City. Jerry doesn't have to travel far. Paul Lynn on the card doesn't have to travel far. Dave Chafee on the card doesn't have to travel far. Marcio Barboza on the card doesn't have to travel far. It benefits us any way, shape, or form. You can throw a rock from their homes to the venue. Figure of speech, right? So there you have it. So anyway, that's all I came to say. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.